Oh, nee nee na nee 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 na nee nee. Oh, nee nee na nee 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 na nee nee. Oh, dee dee da dee 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 da dee 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 da dee 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 da dee. Hi, 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 hi. Oh, dee dee da dee 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 da dee dee.
Motivation is the key. These specially designed exercises wake kids up to make them take responsibility for their lives.
Try it. Maybe it'll work for you. In absence, come in with glowing. Welcome to the DynamiteGizmo podcast, everyone. Episode 238, I think. 238. Is it 238? Here's today's card. It's tradition around here to show you the card, but it's not tradition to show you what's on the card, but you'll find out anyway because we'll talk about it, even though there's no card anymore. It is 238. 238. You ever film a podcast 238 episodes in a row and say to yourself, man, I'm running out of shit to talk about? You ever get that feeling? I bet you don't, because you don't have a podcast. I bet you don't, because you're not doing much in your life. The new year has begun and you're like, shit, I was supposed to have a New Year's resolution. But we know New Year's resolutions are a bunch of bullshit, right? You don't need the new year to begin to set yourself on the right path. You do it today. You start it today. There's no reason to wait until the new year to begin a new adventure. If there's something you want to accomplish, if there's something you want to do, even if it's just a small trickle of an idea that is manifesting in your brain, you can start today. And you should start today. You shouldn't wait till tomorrow. And it doesn't matter if it doesn't work out. And it doesn't matter if it continues to not work out. It doesn't matter if it fails. It doesn't matter if you continue to fail and people keep ridiculing you. It doesn't matter what others say or do or how they perceive you. All that matters is what you want and what you know that you can succeed at. Sure, you're not good at it now, but if you keep up and continue to do it every single day, you will get good at it. And it may take days. It may take weeks. It may take months. It may take years. But that is what is needed to be done in order to accomplish whatever it is that you're trying to do. It doesn't matter what it is. And I know I talk like this a lot, and I have been talking like this a lot lately. And you might be saying to yourself, why do you keep saying this stuff? You've already said it. You don't need to say it anymore. You've already said it. Enough's been said. But it hasn't. Has it? Because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, are you? The reminders are important. And let's say you are even doing what you're supposed to do. Maybe you are accomplishing that goal that you put in place. And it is a slow process, but you are doing it. And you know this information that I'm feeding to, you know it already. But that's okay, because I am just simply reminding. It's just a reminder. I'm reminding you. We all need reminders. Don't listen to Gregory, okay? He eats grilled cheeses on couches. You can't listen to a guy who does that. All right? Stay strong and stay fresh. That's the important thing, is staying fresh. Sure, you're consistently doing the thing that you've always wanted to do, and you're actually going forth and doing it now. But the important part is to keep it fresh, okay? Because if you get yourself on a consistent, dedicated schedule of doing whatever it is you need to do to get your task done, but you're doing the same thing every day, you're going to get bored of it, you're going to get sick of it, and you're going to get too good at it, and it's going to become mind-numbing. So you got to spice it up every once in a while. You can do the same thing for a bit, but after a few months, it's going to get annoying. It's going to get repetitive. It's going to get boring. So you have to spice it up every now and then. Keep doing it no matter what, but keep it spicy. Keep it fresh. There's always new ways to make things more exciting, to make things more unique. But the key is to always do it. Because every single person out there wants to do something. Every person wants to do something. We all want something. You might say, I don't know what I'm doing with my life, and I don't know what skills I have, and I don't know what I'm good at. But how are you going to ever figure it out if you don't do something? There is, even if it's just an inkling of an idea of something you want to do, give it a shot. You have to. You have no choice. You can't live your whole life doing nothing and feeling miserable and then die at the end of it.
Someone's out there dying and you can't even wake up when your alarm goes off in the morning. Someone's out there dying and you can't even treat yourself well enough to eat healthy food. Someone wishes they had more time and you can't even get to the gym and move the body that you're so grateful to have. How far into a hole of entitlement do we have to go to learn that our lives should not be reactive? How about we stop treating ourselves well only in response to treating ourselves poorly? How about we stop hiding from our own capability just to preserve a little bit more comfort? One day, that person dying is going to be you. And if all you have to look back on is a life of comfort and entitlement, I promise that'll be a grim finale.
We'll start things off that way. It's a nice refresher. Now, if you were to show me or talk to me in this manner, even just a year ago, I would have spit in your face. And I would have said, this is disgusting, and I don't want to hear it. And I'm sure a lot of you out there listening to this right now are saying that as well. Even looking at me listening to this right now, you know that I am not an example of success. Not even close. Especially when it comes to this podcast. Not even close. But it doesn't matter. I'm not doing it for the success. Yes, I that's the goal. That's what I wanted to happen. But I'm still in the beginning stages of it. This is its infancy. And I'm at the cusp of it turning into something potential. But the only way to do that is to keep going. All right? And if we talk specifically about content creation, you need to understand and accept the fact that no matter what you do, no matter what you put out, no matter how much content you put out, no matter how much time, effort, dedication you put into it, you're going to get hate. You're going to get so much hate. You're going to get way more hate than you're going to get love. It's going to be overwhelming with hate. It doesn't matter how good it is. It doesn't matter how kind of a person you are. None of it matters. The internet is swarming with hate in the comments. And all over. Messages. Whatever. You're going to get hate. So you have to accept it and ignore it. Because it's meaningless. And the hatred from the people who are hating on you for doing something, those are the people who are not accomplishing anything in their life. Those are the people who spit in your face when you try to say the things that I just said to them. Those are the people that are so miserable in their lives that they have no other choice but to push that misery onto other people's success. Whether or not it is a success yet, they still push the misery onto them. When they see people trying to do something, trying to accomplish something, it makes them feel shitty about themselves because they're not doing anything. So they push from themselves onto you. And if you just think about it that way, you know you're fine. Accept the fact that those don't matter. You do what you want to do. And we move on. Because we don't need to talk about this for all the live long day. Who saw UFC 312? Oh, we need the music. Oh, there isn't any. Look at this. Look at this. What do you think, huh? This is what Sean Strickland has been up to since the fucking fight with Dricus, dude. He lost to Dricus, horribly, by the way, I should mention. Horribly, by the way. And he's moved on. He's now a ballerini. Look at him go. This is fitting. This is fitting. He, not bad, dude, not bad. That little twist he does there in the beginning makes it look like his head spins right around his neck and his arms are backwards. But I guess that's what AI is capable of nowadays. This isn't AI. This is the real deal, dude. This is Sean Strickland. Came out of the closet, dude. Now he's a ballerina. Isn't that nice? You know, Strickland, I've always liked Strickland. Strickland was, you know, when Strickland fought Izzy and got that belt, leading up to that fight, that was when I really, I guess, really started paying attention to the UFC. I don't know why. It was just that fight. I was seeing videos online and people were like, this is going to be one of the biggest upsets in UFC history if this man takes this belt from this person. And I'm like, what? Why? Who even are these people? And then immediately after, Sean Strickland ended up on the Joe Rogan Experience. And I was like, oh, shit. This dude that I just saw on the old internet is now on the Rogan's Experience. So I went over to the Experience and watched the episode. And by George, I was fascinated by this Sean Strickland character. Who the hell is this guy? Who is this guy? This guy is crazy. This guy has a crazy life. And of course I listened to the whole episode because I listened to all the episodes of the Joe Rogan Experience. Or at least the majority of them. Because I'm a Joe Rogan boy. I like rogues. We haven't done any sound bites in a long time.
Jackpot.
Don't touch each other, please.
We gotta start fucking sound biting her again. We've been slacking on the sound bites.
Yep. I sure did.
Watched the full episode of Sean Strickland on the Experience, and then I was like, okay, who is this guy? And then I went on Instagram and TikTok and stuff, and I was looking up clips of Sean Strickland, and here he was cruising around fucking Las Vegas, threatening people in his car, and getting threatened by other people with their weapons and screaming at them, telling them to put their gun down so he can fight like a man. And I'm like, holy fuck, this guy's crazy. And so then I had to fucking tune into the fight because now I'm too invested in this motherfucker. And by this point, I had looked into who Israel Adesanya was and realized, oh shit, this fight is actually fucking interesting. I started to really understand the important aspect of the storylines in the UFC. And then I watched the fight, and he fucking won. And I went into it thinking, I don't know if this guy's going to win, and he fucking won. And it was like, okay, I'm invested in UFC now. I'm all in. I was only partially in prior to that, but after that fight, I was fully invested in. I went all in. I dived all in. And you saw how much I talk about it since then. And so Sean Strickland has this, I have a soft spot in my heart for Strickland, as crazy as that sounds. Whereas most people, or at least most UFC fans, they've been watching it for years. So Sean Strickland, came in long ago for them and has been around, and they saw the whole evolution of him. So he doesn't really sit with them in any sort of way. Sure, some people like him because of the way he talks and stuff, but for me, Sean Strickland was kind of he's essentially the reason why I started watching UFC very consistently. Extremely consistently. Only consistently. I don't miss any fucking main number event anymore. And I'm fully invested in it. So I was always rooting for him. And then he fought Dricus and lost, and then he fought Costa and won, and then he fought Dricus again, and that the fight that he just had with Dricus on 312, he just didn't. There was nothing there. It was like he gave up. It was as if he had no passion. I came in to Sean Strickland seeing passion, but I came in at his last passionate event. That was the last time we'll ever see that passion. We'll never see it again. He's lost it. He's on his downfall. Same with Izzy. Both of them. But that just leaves a space open for me to start paying attention to new and up-and-comers. And watch as those passions rise from the fiery depths of the volcanic ash. All right? We're going to see Diego Lopez rise. We're going to see MVP. Well, MVP's older, but he just got into the UFC, and we're going to see him rise. Maybe Peyton Talbot will turn it around and rise from the ashes of the volcanic ruins. Ilya Topuria, he just got his title, and he's rucking around. He's ruckusing around. Okay? The new generation's stepping in. And I'm here and ready for it. I want to experience the complete uprise, plateau of the what do you call it? Prime era of these fighters, and then I want to see their downfall. I want to see the whole spectrum. I want to be involved for the whole thing. Because for Sean Strickland, I came in right at the very end, right when his prime was at its peak, and now it's going back down again. And I don't think we're ever going to see Sean the same way we've seen him before. Same with Izzy, both of them. They're chinungaing, all right. And Alex Pereira, he's coming in doing it so quick. He came in, dominated, and he's only got like 3 or more fights left in him, I think, and then he'll be done, dude. And then he'll be done. But since we're on the topic of UFC 312, whoa, 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 what? Since we're on the topic of UFC 3, what? Since we're on the topic of UFC 3, what? 312. If you are a monkey like me, you watch the early prelims, the prelims, and the main card. If you're a monkey like me. Actually, speaking of monkeys, before we get into this.
Ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ah. Y'all call me a monkey? Whoa, no.
You want to see that again? Watch it again.
Ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ah. Y'all call me a monkey? Whoa, no.
No, he's not calling a monkey. You called me a monkey. Anyway, so if you watched the early prelims, the first fight of the night, Quaylin, what was his name? Kwaguku? The fuck was his name? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. He's an Australian boy against an Indian boy. Bad stoppage. Bad stoppages are always debated on whether or not they're a bad stoppage, because regardless, it's a stoppage and there's nothing you can do about it. That was a real puke burp. So, ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ah, ding, dang, walla, walla, bing, bang. You calling me a monkey? So there was a bad stoppage. And like I've always said, it's tough being a ref, dude. It's tough being a ref. Because at first glance, you see this knockdown and you're like, okay, we need to end it here. But this Indian feller immediately grabs Quaylen, I'm not even going to say his name, grabs the Australian feller's leg and hangs on as if nothing happened. And it's very unfortunate because India needed their fighters. They needed some fighters. They have nobody. And this guy could have been someone. And he still has a chance. He'll just have to fucking turn it around again. But this really fucked it all up for India. Who knows what could have happened in this fight if that motherfucker didn't stop it the way he did. But it's fine. At first glance, you say, yeah, it's a good call. But this one's tough. This is one of those ones that's tough. Why don't we take a look?
Whoa, wait. Ma'am, no. No, 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 no. 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 You don't have to do that. Ma'am, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. Why did you redeem it? Why did you redeem it? Why did you do it? Ma'am, why did you do this?
I didn't realize the audio was like that. Let's watch it again without that audio. See, dude, people are saying like it's a good call. I mean, when he bunks, bakabuku, he turtles, but then he goes for the leg. See, I think I'm gonna be on the side of this was a bad call, dude. This was a bad stoppage. Nah, it's a bad stoppage, dude. I don't care, man. Look at him. It's a bad stoppage. It's a bad stoppage, and it's a bad day for India in the UFC. They're trying their hardest, but are they ever going to make it? Who knows? I mean, the Ambani family, they want it. They really want it. They wanted it so bad that they were going to put Logan and Conor McGregor together for $250 million each. But that didn't happen. So for now, India's just screwed, dude. India just needs to continue to take a back seat in the combat sports department. Just take a back seat, all right? Maybe you'll get there next year or in a few years, but right now, you ain't got nothing going for you. And speaking of things that ain't got nothing going for them, there was a feller, John Morgan. That's like John Marston and Arthur Morgan. Arthur Morgan had a baby and named it John Morgan. He took a look at the roster for each of the weight classes in the United Fighting Corporation. Just kidding. The Ultimate Fighting Cock. The UFC, okay? Stop fucking around, Gregory. John Morgan took account of all the rosters, the fighters in each UFC weight division. And it turns out that the heavyweight division only has 30 fighters on the roster. 30, dude! There's only 30! Are you KK kidding me? If you look at lightweight, there's 102. Light heavyweight, there's 40, which there's not even a lot in light heavyweight either. Middleweight, there's 68. Welterweight, there's 89. Lightweight, there's 102. Featherweight, there's 85. Bantamweight, there's 84. What the hell is FIW? Female. What the fuck? What is FIW? That's featherweight. No, that's flyweight. It's FLW. Okay, flyweight. And then, you fucking idiot. This guy's stupid. And then women's bantamweight, there's 32. So women's bantam, there's not a lot either. Women's flyweight, there's 45. Strawweight, there's 49. But women's division, no one cares about. Am I right? They're too busy making sandwiches. I didn't say that. Sean Strickland said that. Don't blame that on me. But in heavyweight, which is supposed to be one of the main draws to the UFC, there's only 30 motherfuckers. And the majority of them aren't even that great. They're just fat slobs. All right, so once Jones leaves, and that's the only reason Jones has the title is because he's only got 30 people to go against. It's the same reason why Tom Aspinall has the title, because he's only got 30 people to go against. So what are they going to do once John Jones leaves? Then Aspinall's going to come in, obviously take the belt, because who else is going to? And then who's Aspinall going to have? He's going to have nobody. He's going to have a bunch of fat fuckers slapping their flab around. It ain't good, dude. So here's what I did. I called up Daniel White, and I said, Dana, what the fuck are we going to do about the heavyweight division? And he said, hey, buddy, listen to me right now. I'm going to tell you something that's going to blow your mind. We all know John Jones bungled his way to the top because there's only 30 motherfuckers to go against. And yeah, he was a light heavyweight motherfucker, and he transitioned to heavyweight. But look at him now. He's about to retire. He's not even going to fight Tom Aspinall. We need Alex Pereira to save the day because he's going to retire soon too. So let's see what we can do. And Daniel White said to me, Alex has only 3 or 4 left. Alex Pereira only has 3 or 4 fights left in him. All right? We know he's going to fight at 311 against Ankalaev, and he's going to win. If he doesn't win, this whole thing is fucked up. But he's going to win, okay? So let's just say he wins, because he's gonna. Because there's no way he's not going to win. He's going to win, okay? But let's say he does. No, let's say he does win. Because we don't really know, but let's just say he does win, all right? Once Alex wins against Ankalaev, there's no one in light heavyweight he needs to prove himself against to anymore, okay? So then he'll move his fat ass up to heavyweight. He's going to take out John Jones, okay, because John Jones isn't fighting Aspinall. Alex Pereira is going to move up to heavyweight. He's going to take out John Jones, and then John Jones is going to retire because his plans were all fucked. John Jones will retire. Then Alex is going to fight Tom Aspinall, and he's going to bop him. He's going to knock Tom Aspinall out, making Alex Pereira a 3-weight class champ, defeating both the interim motherfucker and the current title holder. And then Dana White's just going to straight up either remove the heavyweight class or convert it into an ultimate heavyweight class, allowing any size past 206. So then people like Brian Shaw or Eddie Hall, those big motherfuckers, they can come in and fucking fight in the UFC. Any size. As long as you're a big boy, you come in. And then Alex will probably only have 1 fight left under his fucking belt by then, and he's going to slim back down to middleweight, cream Drickus, and fucking bounce. Motherfucker. he's just gonna retire after that. Fucking, he got the middleweight belt, lost it, got the light heavyweight belt, moved up to heavyweight, got the heavyweight belt, and then he's like, yeah, you know what, let's get that middleweight again. Go back down, reclaim it, fucking retire. And that, my friends, would be the ultimate reign of any UFC fighter we've ever seen. Now, obviously, all that's not going to happen. But that's what Dana White told me on the phone today. And I said, are you crazy, Dana? This isn't, for one, this isn't even possible. And two, even if this does happen, I think that's absolutely crazy. We need the Aspinall and Jones fight. You can't just expect Alex to fucking skip past Aspinall. And Dana said, well, it's all about the money, my friend. And I said, okay. Put it in the pudding. Put it in the pudding. Oh, God, that scared me. What the hell? Why did it do that? Here's something funny. You want to see something funny? Check this out. I've got to get me one of those Burger King crowns. How do you get them? Can you just go to Burger King and get them? I think you can. Let me ask ChatGPT. We haven't talked to ChatGPT in a little while. I use ChatGPT every day on my phone. Let me log in. Let me tell you something. If you're still using Google to answer questions, unless you're trying to redirect yourself back to Reddit or over to Reddit through Google, and you're not using ChatGPT to answer your questions, you're living in the Stone Age, my friends. It doesn't have to be exactly ChatGPT. It can be Grok or one of the other ones. But I'm telling you, dude, just give ChatGPT a chance. Just try it. It's a free app. Yeah, you can pay for premium. But the free package gives you more than enough of what you need. I'm telling you, it's fucking cool. Oh, look, there's a voice mode now. I would like to use the voice mode.
Hey, I'm ready to hit the ground running.
Are you?
If there's anything you'd like me to focus on first, just let me know.
Is there a female
Hi
voice?
there.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
I'm
you.
excited to help you get things done.
Hey there. I've got a really...
Hi there.
I like
Nice to
Maple.
meet you. I'm excited to help you get things done.
Okay,
Let's get
Maple.
started.
Okay, Maple. Maple. How are you, Maple?
I'm doing great, thanks. How about you?
This is crazy, Maple. We can just have a conversation like this?
It's pretty amazing, right? It's like having a real chat. What do you think about it?
I mean, Maple, you're basically on my podcast. I'm filming a podcast right now, and you're on it. What do you think about that, Maple?
That's awesome. I'm excited to be a part of it. What's the topic of your podcast?
Well, I came over here to ask you... Well, I don't even remember what I came over to ask you.
No worries. It happens to the best of us. Anything else on your mind?
Fuck, I can't remember.
That's okay. If it comes back to you, just let me know. In the meantime, anything else you'd like to chat about?
Yeah, just can you give me 1 second to think?
Of course. Take your time.
Oh yeah, I remember now.
Great. What's on your mind?
How do I get a Burger King crown?
You can usually get a Burger King crown just by asking for one at the counter. They're often free, especially for kids. Are you planning a fun event?
Well, I wouldn't say it's fun. It's a strange event. Have you ever seen the viral video where the guy is on the airplane and he's wearing the Burger King crown?
I haven't seen it myself, but it sounds memorable. Are you thinking of recreating that moment?
It would be funny, that's for sure, but it would probably get me kicked off the plane.
Yeah, that might not be the best idea. Maybe there's a safer way to bring humor to your event.
You should watch the video.
I definitely will check it out later. It sounds like a wild ride.
This is kind of crazy because now I can basically have a guest on my podcast.
It's pretty cool, right? I'm happy to be here for it. How's the podcast going so far?
Well, we're getting close to wrapping it up here.
Sounds like it's been a good session. Anything else you want to cover before we wrap up?
I'm going to utilize you in every single episode now, just so you know.
I'm flattered. I'm here whenever you need me. Good luck with your podcast.
All right, well, let's end it here. Well, I'll end my session with you here.
All right, sounds good. Thanks for having me, and take care.
All right, Maple. Dude, I've always wanted that sort of thing. All right? Now, if that doesn't make you want to use ChatGPT, I don't know what the fuck does, dude. Anyway. I'm going to get me a Burger King crown, and I'm going to go on a plane. I think we only have one thing left to talk about. Yeah, we do. But I just want to show this first. It's going to be a quicker episode. It's only going to be 40 minutes or so. But that's okay. We don't need a long one. Am I right? Nah.
Blackberry Dr. Pepper. I can only imagine how yummy it would be. Well, yes, I agree. I can only imagine how yummy it would be. Blackberry Dr. Pepper. Would you consider investigating? Well, I would consider investigating, see if it really is how yummy it looks like it would be. Well, I agree. Would you like to investigate? Well, yes, I'd like to investigate. Let's grab one. Let's see.
There's no way that's this guy's real voice. Oh, yes it is. You get a good look at his face. Oh, and check out his profile pic. He's got the Kia Soul that says just married, and you can see by his wife that this guy is for sure exactly who you think he is. He likes Dr. Pepper. He's only got a tooth.
Happy Groundhog's Day, everyone. I don't know yet if Groundhog saw the shadow or not, but that's determined that we'll find out. Also happy double two because
he's only got one tooth, and it's big. It's a big tooth. If you're gonna have a tooth, at least make sure it's nice and big. That's okay.
Moon pies, very yummy. It looks like blueberry moon pie.
Man, you look at stuff like this and you're like, man, if this guy can get married, his profile picture's gone already. He must have heard what I said. But it's like, if this guy can get married, fuck, then we all have a chance. Right? I mean, mind you, his wife's not a looker, but she's a wife regardless, so I'm sure this guy's life is just as good as anyone's. It's probably a simple life. We all need a little simplicity in our lives. We're going to end it off here, and I can't zoom into this, but I can just hit play and zoom in after. We're just gonna mellow it down. The beginning was mellow, then it kind of got hyped in the middle, but we're ending on a little mellow streak here. Mellow yellow, little orange. You catch my drift? Let's just watch this slideshow. It's one of my most favorite times to be in a house. When the lighting is just like this, you can't pause the slideshow without pausing the music. But how do we get this? You can't create this. It has to just happen. And when it does happen, we all know that feeling when this light occurs in the house. It doesn't matter what's going on. What is it about that lighting that just makes you feel good on the inside? And this lighting, it just brings back a lot of nostalgia. Almost too much nostalgia. It seems like I haven't experienced this lighting since I was a kid. And maybe that's the reason why it's giving me nostalgia. Because I don't get to experience this much. I can't even tell you the last time I've experienced lighting like this. And when I saw this slideshow, it made me think, oh, when I get my own house, I'm going to ask the contractor to design it in such a way where I can absolutely get this lighting. Now, I know that's probably not an easy task, if it's even possible. But how do I design a house where I can get this lighting? It's a rare treat, this lighting, but when it comes, it's a nice treat. But like I said, it gives you that nostalgia. And you know I'm the kind of person who's all in on nostalgia. Or at least I was. But the problem with nostalgia is you're just dwelling on the past. You're reminiscing, you're missing it, and you're wishing it could come back. But it's never going to come back. And you can't recreate it because it'll never be the same. Those times when you think back to those times, you're only remembering the good aspects of it, which is fine. It's great to have those memories. But don't sit there and ruminate on them and say to yourself, oh, I wish I could just go back in time and relive those moments. Because, yeah, those glimpses in your head are great. But if you actually rewinded time and went back to that exact moment, it wouldn't be as good as you're remembering it now. The only snapshots you kept in your head were the very best parts of it. Those are the parts you kept. You live your life every day better than the last. More wiser, more stronger, and better than the last. I might have said better twice. So there's no point, because regardless, you can't even go back even if you wanted to. And let's say you did have a time machine and you could go back. Would it even be worth it? I don't think it would. I think we need to let the past live in the past where it lies. And I think the day that we do come up with a time machine, at first it's going to be cool. But after a while, it's going to ruin people's lives the same way social media does, the same way cell phones do, the same way the internet in general does. Every time a new piece of technology gets invented, sure, it makes our lives a little bit easier. But in the long run, it does more damage than good. It's just as that guy talked about in the beginning of this episode here. It's the comforts that we're seeking. We're constantly seeking more effective ways to make our lives as comfortable as possible. And we really shouldn't be doing that. In theory, you would think, actually, that's the goal. That's what we need to do. But in reality, when you put that in place, it just ruins people. Because that's not what we're designed to do. We need stress. We need complications. We need problems. And you have to overcome them in order to feel that happiness that we all so gloriously seek. We can't just have constant comforts. So we think, oh, let's make this time machine and go back to when I was a child playing N64 in my mother's living room while the sun was glaring into the living room at just the perfect angle, at just the perfect time, giving us that warm orange glow. And then we realize, okay, sure, we're sitting in the living room with the N64 and this orange glow, but we have school the next day and we haven't finished our homework. And our mother's pissed off at us because we still didn't do the dishes. And Dad's about to come home and he's furious because we broke his RC car when he told us specifically not to touch it. So we know when he comes home, he's going to beat the shit out of us. And those are the things that we forgot about. We didn't store those memories because those are bad memories. We just store the warm orange glow in Mom's living room with the N64 on the floor. The rest of it we push to the side. And that, my friends, is why nostalgia is not as good as it seems. Use it for a little bit, but don't hang on to it. And with that being said, that's it for this episode of the Dynamite Gizmo podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. Be sure to share the video. Do what you want with it. Clip it up. Put clips on the internet. Clip it up to make me look like an absolute fool and repost it on the internet. Clip it up to make me look like a demon from hell. Clip it up to make me look like a racist mongoloid. I don't care. These episodes of these podcasts are for you to do with as you please. And that's it. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.